Hi there, it's Carrie. A little nuggets of knowing I want to share with you. So I'm around a lot of young parents now with these little units since it's COVID and we get to hang out with all of our neighbors. And I just want to give some very serious advice about raising your children and how to do it correctly. Did I do it right? No, I did pretty good, but far from the right way. When we are born into this planet, we already know exactly what our plan is and what we're here to do. We do a lot of decision making long before we get here. This is a fact. When we come into this planet, we're children, little babies. We are so connected to who we were before we came here. We are connected until we get a little older. We start, some kids, you hear about them having like imaginary friends. They are not imaginary. They are still connected to the other side before they came over, before they incarnated as the new little unit that you are raising or that somebody's raising. So as children, as babies, when they're young, you need to protect them, you keep them safe, but they are already who they are going to be. And the more parenting you put on them, the more crazy you add to their life, the more you're going to erase those parts of who they are when they came into this planet. So the best way to raise a child is you keep them safe, you feed them, you don't let them walk all over everybody, but you allow them to discover who they are. I remember at a very young age and constantly being told, "You're not sad, you're not mad." I was so confused on my emotions. I had no idea what my emotions were until I was pregnant and hormonal. And I felt anger like you just couldn't imagine. I was it was nuts. But I had never been allowed to feel the feelings that I felt. I came from a very violent, abusive background, and that completely clouded over any potential I ever had. But I was able to fight my way through that. Took me to about 35 years old before I was able to start getting out of that. And then since then, I've exploded. I'm just on fire. I've discovered spirituality. I know who we are. I know why we're here. And I know that I've come through a pretty remarkable path. The fact that I came out on the other side of being an abuse victim, being a card-carrying abuse victim. Many of us that are abuse victims, we have a license to complain. We have a license to blame. Everybody done us wrong. And the fact is, my being a victim, my being a child abuse victim and sexually abused and tortured, that was all part of what I planned on coming into this life. But I came through the other side. It did not hold me down. It did not define me for the rest of my life, as it does most people. So whatever you're doing with raising your kid, think about littlest things, how it's going to affect them, because so many little things can be the thing that makes the difference in their life. Give them so much freedom to explore, to see things, to do things, to figure things out, because watch them go too, because that's when you see who they are, that's when they're becoming who they are. Give them the space to do some crazy. I know it's hard, but if you work on yourself a lot during all this time and you help your own growth happen, it'll be a lot easier to let your child explore and figure stuff out. Just some nuggets of knowing with a K. See you next time. It's Carrie. See ya. Bye.